Hi, everyone. We have another episode for you at Chicks Talking Pics. Hi, Jenny. What's up?
Hey, Sandy. Not much. Just have to switch to headphones because of mic problems.
Oh, well, technology, right? We all
Yep.
love it. We
Yep.
can't live without it now. So
Nope.
we're stuck with it.
No,
Good.
and it certainly doesn't save us time, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, well, I know. We love it. All right. Well, we have an exciting show. One of my past participants in a very recent workshop, my Salton Sea workshop. That's Salton Sea down in Imperial County in California, here near the border. But has sent in some images, some lovely images, and we're going to review 4 of them on this episode tonight. So let's get started. All right. Jenny, you can go first.
Okay. I love the graphic quality of this and the colors, they just really pop. Um, I guess it was a cloudy day from what the sky looks like, which just adds another um, kind of solid color to complement the others. Um, I, I don't have anything to nitpick. I mean, I like the way that everything is balanced with the tree trunks, and it all just seems really balanced. And I don't know, it's just very graphic and very appealing. I don't have anything. I mean, if I had to pick something, there's a little bitty, let me get the annotation going. It's a little bitty spot down here at the tree trunk where there's gray sticking up, but there's a few of those, so I guess it's not really a problem. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you have to say, Sandy? Because
Well,
I like
uh,
it.
I love it. I love it. I love the graphicness of it. We had a graphic one last week, also, or last episode, I should say, that was also very interesting
Mhm.
but it had a blue sky to it. Yes, and I was there when this was. I wasn't standing next to the person, but I was there, leading that workshop, and this is exactly how I would think it looked from the perspective. It was taken out at the North Shore Yacht Club, and I think it's actually a really nice image for that quality. I love the colors. I love the white sky. I will nitpick, though. I do
Go
have
ahead.
something in addition to what you said down there lower
Mhm.
by the side of that palm uh, trunk. It seems like the right hand side of that corrugated material has shifted up and it doesn't follow along at the top. And
Nope.
I'm wondering if you could bring that, yeah, all of that could be brought down to that gray roof. And then
Mm.
up at the top, I think you can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
And it does not
Yeah, I noticed
mesh.
that. I didn't
Yeah,
know if that was the way the area is or.
I I don't know. I couldn't tell you that, but I think I would work on that and make that more in line with uh, that just bothers me a little bit. I think that would help the image. Yeah, I think that implied line through that palm tree is kind of wonky. So I think maybe if you fix that, it would be great. And you can do that by just probably moving those 2 green panels down a little further. Now, with that said, I'm going to go look for this shot because I love it so much. So, yeah,
So
cool.
you're
Mhm.
suggesting moving the panels down um,
Yeah, kind of
digitally. So what about
digital.
if you're
Mhm.
there adjusting your point of view? Would that have lined them up?
I don't know.
You'll
I'm
have to
going to
find
have to
out.
find out. I do not know. Um, yeah, it just seems a little weird. It might be that this participant pasted those palm trees on there, but it almost looks that way, but I doubt it because I know the area and there are palm trees there. So I'm gonna take it as a for real image.
Okay. Yeah,
So
the edging on them is very sharp, but
yeah,
I was assuming that they were legit, and
yeah,
so,
yeah. But just those two panels, digitally move them down a little bit so that top, once you get that top border lined up, I think you'll be all right. All right, let's see how we have some information. So this was shot at 1/20th of a second, and I know that this person was on a tripod. So remember, if you're shooting that slow, you must be on a tripod for almost everything I can think of. I don't know anybody that can shoot that slow handheld, but there probably is somebody out there. And F11, great, depth of field, ISO 100. So good points. All right, let's go on to the next image. This one I really love also. Very good eye. This is down at Bombay Beach out at the Salton Sea. And so I never thought to turn something like this into black and white, which I think works really great with the clouds and the sky that we had, and doesn't overwhelm us with the art installations, but rather tells a bigger story of maybe where this person was shooting from. So Jenny, what do you think? I can't see anything wrong.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely very moody. At first, when I saw it, I wasn't sure I would have made it as dark as it is, but that adds to the mood. So, that's
Yeah.
certainly a personal preference. Um, how dark the conversion to black and white was made. Yeah, and it's got a nice vignette, so the edges kind of the details fall off a little bit. Um, yeah, I don't see anything to really change. It's
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's got a lot of texture, a lot of mood.
Yep, I agree. I agree. Very well done. Um, as far as being a little too dark on the dark side, you think, and I think it looks pretty good. I think does is it does convey the mood really well.
Mhm.
So yeah, good. All right, let's see how this maker shot. So we've got let's see if I can read those. Let's put us
One
down in the corner.
500.
Oh yeah, 1/500, which is probably maybe even too much. F8, that'll work. And ISO 100. So very good. I think that's appropriate, don't you?
Mm, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's nothing moving, so shooting
Right,
that fast wasn't necessarily needed. But you know,
right. Yeah, and I might have used a little bit uh um a different depth of field, like an F11, F16, something like that. But I don't see anything to complain about. So you did a great job.
yeah.
I
And the
love it.
only other thing is if you wanted to take it another way and shoot it really slow and get those clouds moving, would have
Yeah.
given it a different feel.
Yeah, that would have been whole different thing. I wonder, wish we could replicate this scene and try that. That's really good. I guess I'll be going back to look at that again too.
Yeah, well, you run workshops there, so you'll have a chance.
Yep. Uh, all right. And here
Okay.
we have, yeah, this is a
Yeah.
neat one.
Yeah, I definitely like this image a lot. Just the color palette is really appealing with the out of focus background, but the lovely blue and sand color in it. Um, the red phone just stands out against everything else in a very soft color. Uh, and having everything centered, which a lot of times we're taught not to center things, but you can use that effectively to just give a very static feel, which is what this has. It has a very abandoned static feel to the whole image. And yeah, I think the only thing is there's a little bit more background on the right than the left. It's not quite centered, but that's about the only thing
Yeah, and I
you'd
don't
have.
see that. That's funny.
It seems
Um,
like it to me. Maybe it's not. It just appears
yeah,
that way.
yeah, yeah. I think when he was shooting this, the red telephone, the red hand hold part of the telephone, um, was the key focus on this. So it was
Yeah.
just really interesting. I'm glad it's done this way, almost on the high key side, but just
Hmm.
the hint of the sand and maybe some tire tracks in there. And if those aren't tire tracks, then I'm seeing maybe a little bit of cloning in the lower left, especially. Be careful that
Yeah.
you can't tell that things are cloned in or cloned out. But it looks like too many repeated shapes in that area. So you might you after you do the cloning, use a healing brush to maybe just um, make them somewhat different from each other.
I
Yeah, and
didn't
that
see
little
that before. It looks like part of the phone booth.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if that was on the ground anyway, or
Was
but
there water on the ground? Do you remember that it might
no,
reflect
I
on
don't.
the?
There wasn't. I don't think there was water on the ground. No,
Okay.
and I could be. I could have been wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
yeah. So other than that, I think it's a great image. Great, another graphic type image. Really well done. Just maybe watch that cloning a little bit or clean that up. Lower left is what bothers me the
Hmm.
most.
Yeah, I can see
I
what you mean.
yeah,
Just this area here, there's stuff.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, shot at 1/80th of a second, f8, and ISO 100. Very good. Staying low on that ISO, keeping the noise out of the picture. Nicely done. All right. My turn, huh?
Your turn.
Interesting, interesting. This again was taken actually just outside of Nyland, California, out there at the Salton Sea. So those of you that are thinking about making trips out there, these are some examples of what you can get. This graffiti house or building or whatever, it's a big industrial type slump stone building that's the graffiti artists go and visit a lot, and if you're lucky you're there when there's a graffiti artist. But I do like this scene. I think it really kind of again it is somewhat graphic in itself but colorful and tells the story of graffiti. And you know, I don't know if I would have, do I like the angle of it? I guess to get that background, you would have had to shoot this angle, because if you shot it straight on, um, it might have been, you know, a whole different background altogether, and not, um, you know, not been the picture you're seeing today. But I do like all the little details. I'm drawn into reading everything that's on those jail cell the grate there. It looks really interesting. So how about you, Jenny?
Yeah, I agree with everything you've said. I might have adjusted the depth. I mean, the bars on the right tend to fall off of focus a little bit because they're
Yes.
a little too close, and a little bit on the wood on the bottom, which kind of took me out of, looking at all the detail. And then it's like, well, that detail's out of focus. Um, so just, if there would be a fine line to get that in focus, but still keep your background the way it is.
Mhm.
It's just barely, because the wall is still sharp on the right. So yeah, just I don't know what the settings were. We'll take a look in a minute.
Yeah, let's take a look at the settings real quick and see. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you could have.
interesting. 2.8.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I would say just, bring that up a little bit, and you would have had a little more depth it had those other bars in focus.
Right, right. And you're just talking about the two bars that are attached to the wall on the right.
Yeah, well,
Mostly that's what's out of focus. Yeah.
yeah, the screws attached to them. And then
Hmm.
it seems like a little bit of the wood on that corner, that bottom
Yeah.
corner there.
Right. Right. Yeah. I also noticed from last year to this year, that building has been burnt. The whole roof on the building actually caught on fire at some point. So a lot of this wood that you see is, burnt wood, which
Oh
is,
yeah, you can see that on the left side of the window. It's all
yeah, it tells
charred.
another part of the story here.
Uh-huh.
This warehouse has made different transformations over the years. So yeah, good. I like it.
Uh-huh.
It's very neat and graphic and colorful, and that's what I like about it.
Yep, that's for sure.
Maybe the very tip of that um, window frame is just touching the top of the
Mhm.
frame. I think maybe I would pull
Bring it
back if
down.
you had enough there. Just pull back a little bit, give it a half an inch or a little bit of room
Mhm.
so it's not touching there. Good.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And that was 4 images. That was very interesting. So I want to thank the maker for sending those images in. We will have 4 more of this participants' images in next episode of Chicks Talking Pics. So stay tuned for that. And if you're interested in a Salton Sea workshop with myself,
Mhm.
and it's actually held through Arizona Highway Photoscapes. Jenny's going to put the link to it in
Yeah.
the chat or in the
In
show
the show
notes, I
notes.
should
Yeah.
say. Show notes. We're not on Zoom. Yeah. So, and then make sure to send us images. As you know, our San Diego County Fair is coming up really quickly, and we're trying to move out some of these episodes in a more timely manner because we know you might want our feedback on them before the deadline, which is April 17th. So keep watching. Send your images to chickstalkingpics@gmail.com right there on the screen. Size them 1920 on the long side and send them in JPEG format if you wouldn't mind.
And do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. If you hit the all button, it'll notify you when our next episode is out, which we try and do every couple weeks.
Yeah. Awesome, Jenny. Another show down the road.
Yep.
So looking forward to our next one.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
Bye.